Hey everybody, welcome to Alaskan Reactions. Here today with Jeremy. Got the Sabotage sweatshirt on again to do Sabaton. I'm Sabotage, they're Sabaton. You know, you gotta switch the A and the O. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Either way, wearing my Black Sabbath sweatshirt because I love Sabbath. Still rest in peace to Ozzy. I know it's been almost 3 weeks, maybe even almost a month. No, 3 weeks since he passed, and it's just, don't even want to deal with it anymore. But anyway, filming this video. It's Sabaton. Got recommended a bunch of times, and it just kind of slipped through the cracks. As a lot of the videos, please don't ever think that we're not wanting to do your videos. We just get a ton of suggestions. I add them to playlists, and sometimes things just slip through the cracks because other ones get added and they slide down, and it just, you know, shit happens, as the bumper sticker used to say. Haven't seen that bumper sticker in a long time, but it still does. Shit happens. So I apologize, but we're getting to this one. If you saw the thumbnail, Night Witches. It's the animated story video. Sabaton does awesome with their regular videos, their animated story videos. Sabaton pretty much kicks ass with just about everything. So it's a bit of a longer one, 7 minutes. So let's jump right into it. It's Night Witches, again, from Sabaton. Their animated story video right here on Alaskan Reactions.
The Germans are resting behind the lines of the Eastern Front, their tents in neat rows. All is in order in the quiet and still of the night. It's cold, and the winter snow crunches under the jackboot of a guard. Looking up into the sky, the snow starts to drift down. It's peaceful here. Was that a noise from the sky? No, it's just the wind. Suddenly, piercing the still of the night, there's an otherworldly scream and a whoosh as a dark form speeds by. And was that a woman's laughter in the distance? There are no engine sounds, and the suddenly fearful German soldier loses his footing and whispers under his breath, "Die Nachthexen." The world is all at once a bloom of fire and ash, and two more dark forms pass without a sound. Hearing the whooping and celebration of these supernatural creatures, the guard shakes himself from his fear and calls out, "Die Nachthexen! Die Nachthexen! The Night Witches!" In the sky above, 3 planes of the soon-to-be famous 588th Night Bomber Regiment, their engines now running, turn east for home. Time to rearm and refuel for another mission. Coming into land, they're greeted by their commissar, Yevdokia Reshkevich. The young girls that form the pilots and navigators are between the ages of 17 and 26. They are desperate to take the fight to the Germans and have traveled from all over Russia to join the all-women regiments. The 588th is where the least skilled of all the women are placed, but that didn't stop them from carving their name in history. In the early days, they were largely ridiculed by the Soviet men. Given men's uniforms that were too big and shoes all of the same size, the women did the best they could with the clothes, making them fit with belts or filling the large men's shoes with stuffing. The equipment they were given was woefully out of date. The Polikarpov PO2 was a 2-man trainer, underpowered and made of cloth and wood. These old string bags were nicknamed crop dusters, or even worse, sewing machines due to the noise their tiny engines made. But the women of the 588th ignored the taunts, and despite the odds, turned the plane's shortcomings to their advantage. The planes at maximum speeds were far below the stall speeds of any of the German fighters. Giving them a tight turning circle, they were almost impossible to hit. They were susceptible to small arms fire and anti-aircraft guns, so their strategy was to attack in threes, with a navigator in each plane. At her signal, the pilot would cut the engines and swoop in slowly, silently, dropping their bombs, dealing death from above. Unexpected, undetected, stealth perfected. If necessary, the other 2 would draw fire from the fighters or from the ground. They slept during the day and rose at dusk to take their vengeance on the invaders. This unnatural bravery and their stealth tactics earned them their title, the Night Witches. The German ace, Johannes Steinhoff, said, "We simply couldn't grasp that the Soviet airmen that caused us the greatest trouble were in fact women. These women feared nothing."
the night the witches on the fight. Never miss the mark. Canvas, wings of death, prepare to meet your fate. Night Bomber Regiment 388. Undetected, unexpected, wings of glory, tell the story. Deviation, deviation, undetected, stealth perfected. Force on losing ground, retreat into the sound. Death is in the air. Suddenly appears, confirming all your fears. Strength from which is there. Target bound from around, battle sound from the battleground. Ashes aiming high. Lodging awaits, defeat them at the gates. Live to fight and fly. Canvas, wings of death, prepare to meet your fate. Night Bomber Regiment 388. Undetected, unexpected, wings of glory, tell the story. Deviation, deviation, undetected, stealth perfected. Beneath the starlight of the heavens, unlikely heroes in the skies, as they appear on the horizon, the wind will whisper when the night witches come. Undetected, unexpected, wings of glory, tell the story. Deviation, deviation, undetected, still perfected. From the depths of Ellis Islands, just the spells, explosive violence, Russian nighttime light, perfected. Flawless vision, undetected.
32 women, both pilots and navigators, never came home. The 588th became highly decorated and respected, flying more than 23,000 sorties, dropping over 3,000 tons of bombs. 23 night witches were awarded the Hero of the Soviet Union, although they were disbanded just 6 months after the war and not allowed to fly in the victory parade, given their planes were so slow. From 1956, after she retired from active service, their commissar Yevdokia Rashkevich took it upon herself to find the site of every single one of her girls that was downed, to mark the place and to pay her respects to each one of the incredibly brave night witches.
Wow. Sabaton. Every time, right? Not only is the song good, but the story or the facts are great. You learn something from Sabaton every time. And it's not always things I guess I want to learn, I should say. I hate war, the atrocities of war. And the fact that we all can't just get along. Honestly, why can't we all get along? Because too many people are still continuing to die from wars, still being fought around the world now, plus all the wars that have been fought for the last hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. But wow, Sabaton, just wow. I mean, what else is there to say? It was like I said, it was a great song, and I knew nothing of the Night Witches. I know a lot of the Night Wishes, the band, but nothing of the Night Witches, and that was cool. And again, I watch a Sabaton video, and it makes me want to grab my phone or my laptop here and start Googling and learning more. They just make you think. What an awesome band. Thank you so much for turning me on to Sabaton. Again, it's another one of these bands without this channel I might never have listened to and discovered. I'd heard of them before, but I hadn't taken the time. So I'm so glad I did. Please, always keep the recommendations coming. It was awesome. As always, kindness is free. When you're out and about today, make sure you live it up some. Bye.